What's up? What's up? Six Sensei here, and right now I'm excited to talk to you guys about Drop Zone for Call of Duty Ghost, but I'm not excited because I think it's terrible, and I'm going to break down very specifically why I think it's terrible. But to first understand how they screwed it up so deeply for Call of Duty Ghost, we first have to understand what they did right with Modern Warfare 3, and the reason I was so excited about Ghost getting Drop Zone, right, is because we all know this, that the maps for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 were terrible for the most part. And we thought they were some of the worst maps we'd seen because it was sandwiched between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, which in many people's opinion, including mine, had the best maps we'd ever seen in Call of Duty. And so what Drop Zone did for us was it made the maps irrelevant. And that's the beauty of it. And that's what I was really looking forward to, because in Call of Duty Ghost, we all know these are some of the worst maps we've ever seen in Call of Duty history. No questions asked. You know, tell me what you think in the comment section below if you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong, if you agree with that or not. I'd love to know. But I'm pretty sure that most of the community is on the same page that these are freaking terrible maps. So what I was really excited for was the drop zones moving around the map in a predictable fashion, much like they did in Modern Warfare 3, and you know, having those primary spawns, right? I did breakdown videos on Modern Warfare 3 Drop Zone. I did map tutorials, and it showed all the spawns for every map, for every drop zone. And you know the rotation, you know the spawns. There was a primary spawn, a secondary spawn, and then there was a third spawn for in either team. And then only at the fourth spawn location, not even really a location, at about the fourth need for it to find you a spawn, the game decided to make it random, and very seldom did it get random. It was even controlled chaos. It was controlled chaos in Dome, and that's the map we're going to talk about today. Dome is the map that has been remade in Call of Duty Ghost, and now we can very, very distinctively compare Dome versus the new remake of Dome and see what we think. You know, what's the differences? Maybe we can sit down together, me and you, and isolate where they fucked up. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to sit down and hopefully isolate where they went wrong with Drop Zone and Call of Duty Ghost. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so what you're looking at now is Dome Modern Warfare 3 map overlay on the left-hand side there, and Unearth, the Dome remake for Call of Duty Ghost, on the right-hand side. And what you'll notice is the first drop zone is very different, and it's always the same, but they're still in a relatively centralized location from the original spawn, which on both games are the same. What's really, really different and what stands out first and foremost to me is that in Modern Warfare 3, the drop zone game type felt the need to satisfy all 5 drop zones before restarting the rotation. It would never hit another drop zone again until it had completed all the other ones. In Call of Duty Ghost, that's different. It'll hit another one. You can play an entire game without seeing one drop zone, and I've done it before. And it depends on how fast, you know, how many people jump on the objective and stuff. But you'll see one drop zone twice without seeing an entire drop zone for the game, which is very, very, you'll never see that in any map for Modern Warfare 3. So that reduces the predictability of where you're going to go next, where you need to go next, right? So if you're in Dome Modern Warfare 3 and you hit 3 of the drop zones already, you know that you need to start rotating and get to one of the next 2, and you have a 50-50 chance of guessing it right. On Call of Duty Ghost, you have no idea. All you know is it won't be in the same exact location you're standing in, and that is it. So if there's 4 drop zones for that map, you know, it's not going to be one of them. So you only have a 33% chance to get your next rotation right, which you know, that's not fun. To not be able to predict it, for me, it makes it not fun because I like to I'm a student of Call of Duty in many ways. And so I like to study. I like to understand what's going on. I like to be able to, I like that little bit of predictability in my game. Now, I want to talk about spawns, and I don't want to stare at this screen for too much longer, and I'm fairly confident you guys don't either. But for the spawns for Modern Warfare 3, there was always a primary spawn, a secondary spawn, and then like the safety spawn, right? So for example, this spawn, this drop zone here, there was a primary spawn just outside the Dome building here, and then there was a secondary spawn that was inside the little room just outside the truck up there in the square building. Those were the primary and secondary spawns. The third spawn would be deep in the bunker And that was like the third spawn, and then like the final possible spawn place that anybody would hit was in the building in one of the search and destroy original spawn locations. That was a very, very predictable system. You could understand what's going on. You could predict your enemy, and if you were a student of Call of Duty like me or many other people, you can understand the game type, and you can have a lot of fun with that aspect of it. For Call of Duty Ghosts, and I've done some fairly extensive testing, guys, there is almost no organization to the spawn system. And for the similar drop zone, which is almost in the exact same location here, I literally spawned all the way in the bunker with no teammates on my team. I was the only person on my team, spawned all the way in the bunker. My entire enemy team was on that objective. So that tells you that there is no primary, there is no secondary. It's just spawning me wherever it feels like, and that is across the map. I've also experienced another time where I was at this spawn, the drop zone was at this location, and I spawned deep in the building. Now, the same drop zone for Modern Warfare 3, if you look over at the left-hand side, had two primary spawns. One was deep in the bunker, one was just outside on the opposite side of the dome, and then the third spawn was in the building. It originally went straight to the third spawn. I don't understand it. I don't think many people can. But for this map, and I believe it carries true for all the maps, it feels like it just carries through, is that it is absolute. The spawn system is terrible. And without that predictability, it messes the maps all up again. And you can't have fun. At least I can't. Tell me in the comment section below what you think, but I can't have a lot of fun when I can't have any predictability in what's going on. And it's basically just getting shot in the back. And granted, that happened a lot in Modern Warfare 3 Drop Zone. It's happening a lot more in Ghost Drop Zone, and it's been an issue the entire time this game has been out. So, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your time and kind of let me get this off my chest about Drop Zone and how they messed it up. And, again, thanks, guys, for joining me. Until next time, I'm Six Sensei, and I'm out. Peace.